Yeah, very amazing experience. First race over 600 Ks I've ever done, so
it's a big step up.
A massive step up. Massive learning curve for me. It's yeah, I've certainly gone through a lot. Amazing what I've discovered, what I've learned. Had quite a few issues. Main one was massive foot issues with blisters, which took me off the course for 4 days. I was forced to stay away and let it try and recover. So, and that was back on day 22. But since coming back, it did get a bit better, but I've been having to manage it every day, which I've got to do now till the end of the race. But it's allowed me to learn a lot.
And what have you been learning during the race?
I've learned all about shoes, what works, what doesn't work, what was normal before this race and what's normal during the race. I've learned about foot care. It's amazing what I've learned with foot care. It's I knew nothing about how to look after my feet. So and everyone's been really good with their advice and learnt so much. And probably the biggest thing is Andre through. Probably the biggest thing is to unlearn how I normally run,
right,
and actually teach myself to actually learn how to run a race like this with my running style. A lot of my issues probably came from my initial running style, which is a more bouncy running style, and because you're running slower, you're hitting the pavement way much harder than you should be. And it took me probably about 25 days to unlearn that in my mind, and which I never thought you could actually do, but I guess the race is long enough that you can reteach yourself anything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all of that's all like the physical side, but it's really taught me how spiritually to push past all of that and look at why I'm here and the reasons why I want to do this. And I think a lot of that is what's allowed me to continue every day through everything that I've had. So and my main goal is I want to get to the end, and I know now that the distance is unachievable for me because of my issues. So having to take that out of my mind and realise it's not about that anymore, but about me finishing the race.
Yeah.
So and that was something that's really big for me, and I feel really good inside that that's what I'm aiming for now, day 52.
And you've had all this physical pain. Can you put into words what inspires you to keep going and keep coming back to the race even when most people would have wanted to give up?
Oh, definitely. I know when I got pulled, it would have been so easy just to say that's enough. But probably a couple of things. My commitment to actually do this race. I felt like I didn't want to let everyone down. Everyone's invested so much, and you've brought into this community so much that you're a part of a massive family, and to not want to continue and finish, it's like you're letting the family down. And also with all the other runners, like we're all here as a team, and I know they missed me when I wasn't on course, and everyone was so excited to see me come back, and that in itself is like beautiful to want to be here.
Yeah.
And to be a part of all the other runners and sharing what they've got as well. So that was my commitment when I came over to do this race. The idea was at the end of the day, it's about being here to the end no matter what I was going to discover. And I knew I could maybe get the distance, maybe not get the distance, but I came in knowing that whatever happens, it's my commitment to just stay to the end, which is a massive learning curve for me. It allows me to discover who I really am. So, and that's what I love about this race. It's
and you've got a big smile on your face. What's the secret of the happiness?
Look, you've got to be happy doing this, even if inside or even if you're hurting. You've got to portray that positiveness, and I love doing that through a smile. I have so many people cheering me and smiling at me every lap, How can you not want to smile back at all of them and just feel such massive gratitude to the time that they're giving to allow us to do what we want to do. So just, even if I can't do anything else, but just give them a smile back, to me that's huge. So.
And what about all the people watching your exploits at home in Australia, or people thinking of getting into running longer distances? What would you say to them?
Look, one, I'm so grateful for all the support back at home. I've had probably 100 messages sent through to me since I started, of everyone just being super proud, understanding that I've gone through adversity, and it's still so encouraging of me. And all I can say to all of them back at home is, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, no matter what your goal is, no matter what your dream is. It doesn't have to be this race. It can be anything you want to do, and put your mind to it, and believe in yourself, and you're able to do it.
Great, well that's fantastic, Stephen. Anything else you want to say to finish off with, or?
Just want to say I'm having a beautiful time. I love being where I am. It's so nice to wake up every morning, to come back out and just keep enjoying the community and the atmosphere of where I am. And I look so much forward to, I think we've got 16 days to go. I'm looking forward to the last 16 days and being there on that finish line at midnight on day 52.
Fantastic. And having your parents here as well to help you out must be pretty special.
Oh, it's lovely. It was a nice surprise that they chose to want to come over to see me through to the end. My other two helpers, who basically both had to go home, Colin, who started the first 2 weeks to set me up, Fiona, who came out from New Zealand and did the middle 3 weeks. I couldn't have gotten where I was without them. Colin, there's no way I could have started the first 2 weeks without having that support, knowing nothing. And through my adversity and the hard times, having Fiona here with her positiveness, it's what kept me going as well. So.
And just one final question: is it true you did a 6-day race in your garage during lockdown?
So it was actually a 4-day. So I did two. So I did a 4-day run around my garage during lockdown as a bit of a challenge that was set for me. And basically achieved 360 k's over the 4 days. The little course I made was 32-metre loop around my garage, so ran around that. And then,
so this is by comparison a big loop, isn't it?
This is just a bigger loop to what my garage was. And my qualifying for this, because I couldn't get to an official 6-day, Rapunta and the RDs allowed me to create my own solo 6-day, which I did last year. And I did that around my local athletics track for 6 days. So this is actually my first official multi-day race.
Well, what a way to start your career.
Yes, that's what I thought. I ran past the first 6 days and realised that this is actually my official first multi-day, and it's like everything from 6 days onwards was just all new for me.
So lots of personal bests.
All personal bests from that point onwards. So it's so even though I'm not getting the full mileage for this race, I'm achieving so many personal bests. I can set myself so many lovely goals. So the other day I managed to pass 3,000 kilometres. That was a massive goal for me. Tomorrow I believe I should pass 2,000 miles, another massive goal. So my biggest aim now is I'd like to pass 4,000 Ks. I think which will definitely be realistic. And for me that'd be such a personal achievement while I'm going into finishing the whole 52 days for this race.